Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up. I got tickled the other day. I always tell y'all we got a great show lined up. What would y'all think if I said I got a bad show lined up, but we'll watch it anyway? But we'll never do that because we're going to always do the best we can and give you a great show every morning on Panhandle Outdoors. Our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and hard-working crew, taking care of our everyday comfort needs. High today is only 87, low 78. And water temperature at the end of the pier dropped 1 degree down to 88 degrees. Take a look at our river reading brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. We're looking at the Apalachicola Blountstown is at a 3.1. It's looking good. The Choctaw Caryville had a little bit of bump to it. It's at a 3.2. So both rivers sort of parallel each other on the readings. I always get a kick out of that because it's so reflective of what's going on here in nature. But the big thing is the South Georgia folks have not got a lot of rain. It's been regulated pretty well at the Jim Woodruff Dam in Chattahoochee. Take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Neat tides today, but tomorrow is going to be okay. And Saturday we've got a really good falling tide, really strong outgoing tide. So it'd be a good time to catch those redfish around the bridge. Also be looking for some flounder around those cutoffs. Be an excellent kind of tide for that. Our wind will be coming out of southeast at about 9. It hadn't been in double figures in about 2 weeks, really. It's a nice, good breeze, but boy, these thunderstorms are really popping up. And before I close the weather today, we want to pass our condolences on to Bill Allen and Donna Allen. Bill lost his mom, and Miss Dot Allen. She was 2 days short of her 99th birthday, and she was a sweet, wonderful lady. And our condolences and our thoughts and prayers go out to our team member, Panhandle Outdoors team member, Bill Allen, and his family. Okay, let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. I always enjoy and I really appreciate the feedback we get on a daily basis. And I got a text after the show yesterday that, did you say 20 limit on the triggerfish? I mentioned the great triggerfish is open up in the month of August. And I said, wait a minute, 20, and I said, I have to look and see, and 20, and I did say 20, the limit would be 20, but something, that didn't sound right. So I go to my fish rules, I got a little copy, we're gonna get it correct right now. I wanna thank Mike Hutton for texting this to me. Mike, I appreciate that. Great triggerfish, here it is right here. Local, okay, see that blue, see the word triggerfish, underneath that you see local. Okay, the bag limit locally is 1. And a minimum size of 15 inches, okay? That's in Gulf State waters. Now, I'll go over, I'll look at federal waters, okay? This is mainly, look at the aggregate on the bottom right-hand corner, 20 in federal waters, okay? So that's where that 20 came from, but do not go out to the jetties and, do not go out to the jetties and catch 20 triggerfish. 1 is the limit for us, for Panhandle Outdoor viewers, okay? So, but I wouldn't want to clean 20 anyway if you caught them. So, okay, so let's get started on our pictures. I really do, I got to think about that. I'd be tickled if I was in front of my class and said that. I said, well, I said that on purpose to see if y'all paid attention, but I appreciate it, Mike, you paid attention. Okay, let's move on to our picture. First picture here, this is cool. This is when Academy Sports came into town. I got to know these folks, but Mike Reynolds came on the show. He and I, he's the initial one that called me from day one, and he's the one that sort of got it going, and he and I became good friends. I really like the young man, and anyway, before he left town, he sent me this picture. I got a special picture to send you, so check this out. This is from Mike. I meant to send this photo last night, but here's that photo. Let's read it first. For context, the Academy marketing team ended up eating at Barefoot on the Bay Bar and Grill last night. I spotted a rainbow that happened to be shining down on this sports fisher like it was a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Something tells me he's going to have good luck. And here, so Mike was fascinated with the Florida Panhandle. He loves it up here, and just folks and all. But I told him that's going to be a blessing for he and his marketing team to have seen that. So good things happening. All right, my buddy Steve Kane, my old high school buddy Steve Kane, recent fishing trip. This is granddaughter Addison and Nate Carpenter, Matt Carpenter's son. Liberty County folks up there in Telogia and Bristol and up there doing some saltwater fishing. Addison will be a junior at Liberty County, I believe, cheerleader up there. And the Carpenter, I had him on the show before. Good fishing, good young people fishing right there. Nice red snapper. Mike Edwards now on his cricket farm. All right, these are big and ready to fish. And look at the, okay, remember the egg, how they love the little condo right there, the egg cartons. And then they feed them good. I don't know what the food is. I don't think it's commercial cricket food. Mike's keeping it posted. Look here, look how many he's got now. These are 5/8 inches, about half the size of the ones ready for fishing. This is that, that's a bunch of them. I'm going, like bottom center, so I'm going to have to do a lot of fishing. I need to run by and check out that cricket farm. Gloria Turner, been with us since we started Panhandle Outdoors with Captain Roy. Here she is on the water. Here she is on the water. Just read this. The best, you sent it to me. The best part of fishing our bay is not just catching fish, but the solitude of the sunrise. Gloria Turner. And is that not a beautiful picture? And she did not nail it as far as getting out there on the water and some of the things you see. Honestly, it's not all about catching a lot of fish. It's just being out there. Gloria, thank you for sending that, and good fishing. She is a good fishing lady. Hey, Coach, Big Phil Hathaway here, former student. Me and my son Jake got into a good mess of warmouth with beetle spins on the Chipola River. They were delicious. Also, don't forget about the Buckmaster Expo, August 19th to 21st in Montgomery. I'll holler at you later. Thank you, Phil. Look at here, folks. Is that, see the warmouth? The reason I call them a warmouth, they got big old mouth like that, open up like that war, hollering and screaming. Here to mess up on the table right here. Good job. Good job. And I got to thinking, look at those. Those are good eating right there on the Chipola River, good and clear. And I'm glad he reminded me because this is about to sneak up on us. The Buckmaster Expo, I looked it up now, and one of the sponsors, Mountain Dew. This is, okay. Thank you so much, Phil, for sending it. It's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks. And they're doing something different this year. Of course, they're going to have the archery tournament, and we always enjoy watching that. And then on the left here, you can ride the riverboat. It's right next to you. You can ride a riverboat up and down the river, big river there. And the dogs, they have some dogs doing some stuff off the docks, and they'll show you how to score. And it's going to be all kind of cool stuff. Anyway, we are planning to go. Last night, we just decided we're going to go if we can, if things work out. But also they're going to have some bull riding. Okay, that's something new to bull riding. But anyway, be aware of that, and we'll keep you posted. The Buckmaster. Thank you, Big Phil Hathaway, I call him one of my former honor students. He might not have made straight A's, but he loved the outdoors. All right, we'll take a break. Be right back. Okay, welcome back. I got a little 3-minute video, and it's really, I want to give credit to the Coneheads down at Cape San Blas. They shot the drone over Mexico Beach, and what it does, those drone views give us views we can't see, obviously, but it goes around, makes a big old circle around the Mexico Beach boat ramp. I looked at it, again, this is really cool. You can sort of see how Mexico Beach is filling back in, and then how, what's going to happen in the future. It's not all that good as far as development, but also the canal. But anyway, let's watch this. I'm going to sort of narrate it as we go. Here we go right here now. This is coming from the boat ramp. That's how, of course, you see the Gulf at the top of the screen, Highway 98. So we're leaving it. You see the boat ramp. If you haven't been down there, it's a beautiful boat ramp. Got a single lane and a double lane to launch your boat. So you can launch your boat. And you got all these boat covers to the left. You can rent those out if you have a big boat and a lot of money. So anyway, you're going through the canal. The canal is finally cleaned out. It took them a while to do it. It just was a mess from the storm. So now you're going to make your way to the Gulf. Now let me go and tell you now, sort of a fishing secret, you can catch flounder in this canal. They will work their way up into it. And we got to find out, you don't want to fish under a boat because it's almost too deep, but you want to find some ledges there. And now on the right-hand side, the road goes down there. They've got a nice pavilion, public pavilion you can get on. And and actually watch the boats come in and out. You notice there's still a lot of vacant lots, which I found interesting. They were completely obliterated, this whole area here. So he's coming out. We've been out many times with Captain Chuck Guilford on the Charisma. Some of my most memorable trips were coming out of there. And here was always a challenge because you don't have any jetties at Mexico Beach. So as you're coming out into the Gulf, okay, you're gonna sweep around now and just show you beautiful, is that just not beautiful white natural sand? Those houses that used to be there. And, okay, see the channel as you go out? See the sandbar, little, right there, you gotta keep it dredged out. Many a time, Captain Guilford, hold on boys, we'll have to gun it. And they would just scoot over, that big old boat here just scoot over the sandbar. Okay, here's a beautiful view of Mexico Beach. So good to not see condominiums down there. Isn't that beautiful? We got a limit of 3 stories, and that's about the max, and that's good. But that is a beach village right there. I wish it just had 2 stories, but anyway, I will settle for 3. This is good, so we're going to circle back and look to the left. Now, way over to the left, see those apartments being built? It's not Tyndall there. This is private land, and they're going to put in massive number of apartments all through this area. But anyway, get them out. There's a boat ramp. Good pictures, Conehead. And then plenty of parking. See the pavilion on the right? That's the bathrooms, and that's where they got a covered area and a little pavilion. Really nice boat ramp. Of course, they're going to charge you to launch there. I don't agree with that. Plenty of trailer parking way back here in the second parking lot. You got nice woods for now. But all this area here, we already got a drainage pond put in there. That's going to be all apartments, condos and apartments. Not big condos, big old apartments, all in here. And okay, so that pretty well gets it. But anyway, I want to thank Kane for doing that footage. The apartment area is coming in from the actual Tyndall. As it expands, they're saying there's going to be a lot of folks from Tyndall coming into that area, and they're going to live on that end and just drive back and forth, which I can understand that. I want to go and mention let's go and get coming up now. I talked to Ken Paramore the other day. He's coming on the show next week, but we got the Bay County Longbeers, the banquet. I've got it on my calendar, August the 19th. It'll be down at the same place, First United Methodist Church downtown. Doors open at 5:30, and let's see, we'll have Ken on next week to talk about it. I'm going to let you know so you can put it on the calendar, okay? I also want to say a happy birthday, I got it here somewhere, to the United States Coast Guard today. They were born today, 200 and how many years ago? Anyway, August the 4th, look here, August the 4th, 1790, Coast Guard birthday. I want to thank Robert Blackman for sending this to me and let me know it's the Coast Guard birthday. And they have 1790, folks. Isn't that amazing? You read the history of the Coast Guard, and it goes on to say that in 1915 they had sort of what they had to do is what really made it strong. But the original thing was just to collect federal revenue of boats coming in and out of getting the taxes and all folks coming in and out. But happy birthday to the Coast Guard. Okay. Also, wanted to mention I got a couple more pictures here. Let me see if I can get those going. Okay, right here. We're talking about cobia fishing. I talk a lot about cobia fishing because it hasn't been a good year of cobia fishing, but you keep on going, every now and then you're going to find one. And this picture here comes out of Panama City fishing page. Check this out. Jerry Russell, the kidding about Fish ID, just kidding. He caught between Panama City Beach and Mexico Beach, an epic fight, folks, 80 pounds. The girth, 26 inches. Jerry goes on to say, my largest fish in 50 years of catching cobia. So it's not a rookie right here. I'm glad to see a veteran catch one that big. As it approached the boat, they do look like a shark. He said, I thought shark. I couldn't believe it was a cobia. Hooked 10 feet from the boat and smoked a 6/0 Senator with a 100-pound line to the bottom at 120. He went down 120 feet. Stayed there for 25 minutes. What an epic fight. And Jeff, you like that Georgia Bulldog cap? Here it is. Okay, let's see, get a bigger picture of it. Here it is right here. That you just don't see that very often. Congratulations. That's a good job there. Okay, a couple more. How about let's jump back to freshwater. Barry Pate and Janie Joyner Turner went fly fishing the other night. Is that not a good mess of fish? Fly fishing in summer nights. There you go, right there. Beautiful fish. I know you had a good time. Way to go, Barry. Okay. Mark T sent this to me. Thank you, Mark. And join us for the 2022 Scallop Rodeo, and I wasn't that familiar with it coming up. And anyway, Mark said this. He said, I did this last year as a tune-up for St. Joe Bay scallop season. That's a worthy endeavor. So he gave me this site to look up. So I punched it in, and here, lo and behold, FWC biologists, they're collecting live scallops. I think they've done this before. They haven't told us one thing about it, but anyway, a viewer let us know about it. So they've already done St. Joe Bay, July 23rd. So, but anyway, check this out. Saturday, August the 6th. This Saturday, which I know is a little late, but anyway, 8 a.m. check in at San Andrew Marina Boat Ramp. And I wish they'd have told us, and we'd let y'all know sooner. But anyway, what you do, you catch the scallops and you put them in a cage or something, and we don't know much about it. Anyway, it's a good opportunity to just, really what I look forward to. Of course, I'm fishing this weekend in Carabel, but you just sort of get out in the water and exercise and get your map and get all your things tuned up as far as your mask and all, and look for some scallops. I know exactly where I would go. Maybe I'll show you in a fishing report tomorrow exactly where I would go scalloping here in the Bay County waters. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at 4:43 to 6:43 this morning, and this evening 5:05 to 7:05. Now let's continue. With our saga of the worm, Willie the Worm versus Freddie the Frog. I'm getting a lot of comments on it. Some people betting on the worm and some people betting on the frog. So we're going to show five little segments today, and then tomorrow we show the last five and come to a conclusion in the four-part series. Okay, so let's start right here. Oops, let's start right here. This is hard photography. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is sort of where we're wrapping up yesterday. We thought the worm was gone, but look, the worm's under his stomach right there. You see the worm still wiggling? At first, I thought he was gone. Okay, so here we go to the next one. Now, they've moved locations. I've zoomed in. Okay, look at this. Is this not great photography? The worm is almost gone. I mean, just look at there. So you think it's over with. Look at there. Is that? Oh, ooh. Okay, so you think it's over with. Okay, so the frog starts moving around. All right, so I take a still picture on that one. Oops. Uh-oh, I took the wrong picture, folks. We're coming to a conclusion today. Okay, this is the final one. I'm sorry. We're gonna come to a conclusion today. I skipped the series, and here he is right there. That's the last picture. Look how big the stomach is right there. I know it's anticlimactic. We'll go back right there. The last remaining right there. That's the end of it right there. That worm trying to get away. We have some great pictures right there. What I was going to show you right here, he made one last futile attempt right there. That's when look at there. Look how close he is to getting away. Look at there. I mean, right there I thought he was out. He was almost out. And he went from there to, and then the frog really got mad, I guess. He really got hungry. So anyway, that wraps it up. So the frog won, and the frog, I watched him the next day or two. His stomach, of course, that big. It was huge and all. But I wanted to share that with you. I normally have not run across that. You always got to keep your eyes open in nature. Just keep looking around. And I'm used to looking around, walking around in the woods. I do the same thing around the house. That was right there at my house. So anyway, I'm going to try to condense that maybe in 30 seconds. I want to send it to the grandkids and all. I have all kind of stuff to talk about. I'm going to run out of time. Tomorrow now will be our, of course, Friday show. We had a fishing forecast and get some stuff away. Also want to mention the month of August doesn't get a lot of respect from outdoors, but we've always been that way because it's hot, it's the end of the summer, it's just uncomfortable sometimes being out in the woods, but we've been too disrespectful to the month of August because I was thinking about this last night. This is going to be an awesome August. I'm looking at 4 things, okay, coming up in August, this weekend. We've got the King Mackerel tournament, okay? That's going to be a lot of fun. We've talked about it, 2-day tournament. Then, right after that, scallop season is opening up on August the 16th. How about that? And that's awesome right there in itself. Then the third thing going on in August, we've got a National Wild Turkey Federation, our local banquet down there at First Methodist. That's going to be a lot of fun, okay? And then the last thing, how about a Buckmaster Expo up in Montgomery? In fact, the way I'm looking at my calendar, the way I've got it set up, I had to take a double take last night because I got a refrigerator on the side of the refrigerator, my little outdoor calendar, and I've got it written down. On Thursday, the 18th or 17th, whatever that Thursday's on, I'll be scalloping. On Friday, we'll be going to the turkey banquet, and Saturday morning getting up and driving to Montgomery. 3 days in a row, we're going to be hitting it in outdoor stuff. So that's the beauty of living here in Panhandle. You're around so many things you can do in outdoors, even in the month of August. So I want to apologize for the month of August for not giving the due respect for outdoor stuff because a lot of stuff going on. Floundering is really good. And again, the mullet are starting to just show. They're not balling up yet, but we're seeing a little bit of mullet. And they're not really big. The ones I've seen, they're not well, we like them like that. They're more like this right now. So all kinds of things going on. So get ready to do some outdoor stuff, even here in the month of August. Okay, gonna wrap it up. Got a good show lined for you tomorrow. Y'all do something good today for your fellow man. You have a great outdoor day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.